Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule Waves 2 as Germany, episode number 82. I think. I think. Maybe 83. I don't know, I think it's supposed to be 82, but it's the last episode. I'm going to be editing this video, I think. It's like I was hoping to put a little bit of extra effort into it as a thank you to everyone who's like watched this long, who's made it this far. Anyways, without further ado, let's get back to the climax, the conclusion of this series. I guess really not the climax, but this has been a very intense fight. I mean, I think that possibly out of... Oh boy. Okay, so we have a working version this time. If this ever happens to you, which I hope it doesn't because this is patch 1.05 and there's 1.09 now. But the way I deal with this, I'm 90% sure it's aircraft related because I only have this this crash issue. I'll load into a game and then I'll advance 1 minute and it'll crash. It actually just hangs indefinitely. It's always there's some kind of aircraft activity going on, and it doesn't happen if I save it on a turn where there's no aircraft related stuff, which was, I guess, the previous times. Anyway, we got very lucky here. A nice little hit on what I presume is not a armored cruiser, but either a battleship or a light cruiser. We'll find out which of those it is. It is a light cruiser. Okay, so not exactly the best target. Out of everything it could be, that is... Well, it's one of the worst options, I guess. I was going to say it's not bad because it's at least a light cruiser, but it's a slick-ding, which is like the worst of the worst. Things are looking good for us, though, so far, so... Okay, Sternbringer's hit by a torpedo. That's probably not good. It is not good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. So hopefully we'll get some other benefits out of this. Wow, kind of an active turn. Of course, we're starting to hit the ships which are going to sink. And again, the ships which are going to sink. Yeah, that's another one. Wait. Oh no, that's actually one which I... You know what, this is actually the most alive slickting. So out of all the slicktings that could have hit with the bomb and torpedo, or torpedo bomb and whatever it's called. What are you called? Bomb and torpedo. So out of all the options, that was a good one. Graf Zeppelin's getting the last... I'm pretty sure we're going to see this as 3. Yeah. So we'll have these guys return. I'm actually going to stop them from firing indefinitely. Hopefully I remember to take that off eventually. But we're going to have them re-engage. Maybe follow up and surprise any of the light cruisers. It looks like the Von Teufelschiff is getting what for from... the unidentified ships to our west, which I think were identified, but I think when you load back in, that's another thing which happens is it does not remember which of the ships you remember, or which of the ones you've already spotted. Probably runs that calculation from scratch. Nonetheless, we are hitting this Valkyrie, which is a very dangerous one. Is that actually the same Valkyrie? So 4-inch guns on the lead, 2 4-inch guns on the second, and 2 6-inch guns on the one which is probably going to die. But actually, it's still the most, dangerous one. We have, I think this is our sinking ship. Yeah. Is this Sternbringer still moving? I don't think so. Where's the Schnellschnecker? Okay, that's where you are. Yeah, just making her way. Yeah, she's in good shape. Let's have her hold fire on those torpedoes. Those will all be reset. So if we have anybody else who we're holding torpedoes on, that'll be reset. We'll also tell you to stop firing for 10 minutes because these guys, I mean, basically it's not going to matter. So, and we can really, I feel like at this point, we've taken out 2 Sternbringers and 2 Blukers for 0 losses. We should have, well, this is interesting. We should have the advantage we need to take the war to the finish now. All we need to do is make sure that we aren't going to be blockaded. I feel like that fear has passed. Certainly with this numbers, especially if we can knock out a few of these light cruisers here without losing any of our own. We'll be up in light cruisers, we'll be up in battleships, we'll be up in everything, and yeah, so we still have these lovely aircraft approaching. Now that I did this, I kept trying to modify the aircraft before running the first turn to see if it would crash, and now, of course, I got so tired of doing that I wasn't doing it at all. Anyway, it looks like we do have some aircraft groups are ready to go, and it's like the bare bones. I mean, it's the slim pickings. I think I will also get this group ready, and we'll wait one more minute. Let's see, unready. Yeah, nobody is left who is unreadied with more than one aircraft in the group, except for this top one. So we'll get them ready as well, and then we'll wait. Did it respond? Oh, I didn't do that. There we go. And then we'll probably launch the rest of them even. Yeah, actually the Graf Zeppelin went down completely now. That's good, so that we can launch another air sortie. I mean, we can launch another air attack, I guess a naval strike, without fear of us destroying any of the two light aircraft carriers. And the fact that, I mean, actually, I have to say that killing these battleships is a huge plus, obviously. But, gosh, the real war was probably already won once those carriers went down. And unless you get into another battle like this, where somehow we closed to within strike distance. I mean, I set that as a parameter of the engagement, of the fleet training. However, the battle, what's it called? The battle generator, the combat generator in the game, seems like it's just as likely to choose that when you have carriers at work anyway. So it doesn't seem like it doesn't necessarily seem like a bad way of thinking about the further battles, that we might have some where, unfortunately, even with carriers, we start at close range. Okay, so critical hit on the Norden from the Stossel Swine. That's really unfortunate because that's a 5-inch. Jam center, that could not have worked out better for us. If it's going to be jammed any of them, we prefer jam center. And this ship is it's starting to take some damage. I mean, that structure damage is really getting up there. Pull the S-66 away. I don't see any reason to continue with fighting with her. Yeah, we got this Valkyrie, which is probably going down for the count. So we're just going to continue pushing off to the east. And look at that! Oh my goodness! A miraculous turn! So we have 4 dive bombers, and 3 of them connected with bombs. I believe that they're carrying, what's their heavy load? Let's look at their heavy load. Should have some ready to go. Heavy load. Heavy is what? Yeah, it's one. Oh, that's the fighter. Dive bomber, 1 heavy load is, yeah, it's the same thing. It's 1 1,400-pound bomb. So you know that means that that's 3 1,400-pound bombs. I believe that's the Sternbringer. Isn't that where the Sternbringer was last reported? We don't have any idea, or not a clear idea, but I believe that's the old Sternbringer. And if that is the case, then she is really hurting. So yeah, and like I said, our strategy is push out of here, try to avoid any further casualties. We've already done a really good job. You are not sinking yet, but the Hamburg, that's always been her mission, is to come in and secure the victory from that last one. We'll get our Valkyries to head south. This was just an oversight that I didn't reroute them back south towards the other light cruisers. I mean, that's what their main role is, killing destroyers, killing other cruisers. So it's a bit of a misstep that I didn't redirect them towards the enemy a little bit sooner. Yeah, this Slichting is definitely going to be going down. This Valkyrie looks like it's taking a bit of punishment as well, which I'm happy to see. Yeah, get these Stashless One in there. The Destroyer's probably not the best fight for them, considering it's light cruisers. I don't know what happened to all the enemy destroyers. Maybe they're sticking with the battleships, but... yeah, so we'll probably start getting the people to pull off to the north. Now, this is friendly territory for us. I mean, Spain, we're role-playing as very pro-loyalist, but the French and British are very friendly towards the Democratic, I should say, the Republican movement. So, okay, let's see what we have here. Still some fighting going on, so there's hope that, you know, we can get a few more hits in with bombs or torpedoes or, you know, both. That's a good hit. Those are good hits. Valkyries. I mean, even for me, if you think about it, even just taking some of these ships out of the fight for a couple months would be... oh my gosh, it happened. 2 torpedoes, and this is the ship which is just taken 3 bombs, and now there's one right next to her which has taken 2 torpedoes. Wow, this is a very, very good result. Oh my gosh. Hamburg just wanted to be extra sure that she was going to kill this thing. We'll tell her to further torpedo fire. Oh, the Kaiser Penguin actually blasted this battleship way out there. Well, good on you. Just keeping them honest. Braunschweig is launching torpedoes. Oh my gosh, at what? Oh my gosh, at that? No. Tell these guys to hold fire with torpedoes. Most of our ships would be holding fire from torpedoes. Got our Stoles, who she's actually in such good shape. I would much prefer her down in the front lines over here. So let's get her heading south. She'll kind of secure the flank as the rest of our forces kind of pull back. This Valkyrie's a goner, which is very good. I mean, again, saving all of our Valkyries and eliminating some of the loyalist ones is huge for, especially for blockade concerns, where the light cruisers are going to be very important. So, yeah, we definitely still have some aircraft approaching. I don't see any reason to limit that here. So let's just kind of see what we have. We have 2 here which can get ready. We'll probably get them ready. 0, 0, 4, 2 which are already ready. Ah, we can get 3 here. That's really nice. So these are, I guess these are the aircraft which are trickling back like minute by minute. We're probably getting these updated. Let's get these 2 to also ready up just in case. And I'll wait 1 more minute to see, well, I guess I can just see here. When will that one be ready? It was a group of 2. Either 7 minutes or 0 minutes? I don't know. I think that unready to ready means these are the 2 I just picked. The 3... the unready to ready means they're going to start getting ready in the next minute. Got it. But readying to ready means we need to wait 7 more minutes. If we want to wait 7 more minutes, we can launch the strike plus 2 additional. That's not a huge change. It might be better just to launch what we have right now. I have not even been paying attention. Where are these guys and what are they doing? They are... good. They are going to be moving back. We do want them not too far away. What's the distance? Still 80 nautical miles. I mean, that's being generous. 80 nautical miles to like the farthest of the ships, so that's well within our strike capacity. All right, I think I'm convincing myself it's just time. We're not going to wait 7 minutes for 2 more aircraft. Considering, you know, it's probably only like 15 minutes to get a group of 2 or 3 ready. That they can just wait for the next batch. Oh, not the ones that are getting ready. Oh, yeah, we have to wait. Let's wait 1 more minute, though. Anything else we should be prepared for here? This is the Stolz de Kaiser. That's a very, very dangerous, very dangerous ship. And the Graf as the Graf von Eisen has just discovered. She's barely hanging in there herself. Yeah, let's pull these ships off. Let's get our Stolz de Kaiser to be the only one who's hanging in the front with the Stolz as well. They will live up to their names as being... oh, Kaiser Penguin's actually avoiding torpedoes. Huh. An unlucky run for her. Valkyrie's actually taking 17-inch shells. That's pretty sure that's lights out for her. Let's get the Stoles to focus on something else. Actually, you know what? Just hold fire for 10 minutes. We will encourage torpedo launching. I know that's a little bit weird, but I think I've stopped most of the ships from launching torpedoes that I don't want to launch torpedoes. So again, everyone else... I know the Arminius is just finally coming in here, but we'll get her to turn around as well. We're happy you're doing well, but you don't need to join up. Basically just save yourself. Prevent any casualties, as is the Tortuga way. Try to prevent any casualties. It is fun to see that there's several reports on the forum. A lot of people on the forum reporting that they're really tired of their ships killing themselves by going too fast when they have flooding damage. And I've seen that in the patch notes as well, so I think it is something that they're trying to get fixed. So, that's cool. I'm not the only one. Alright, another devastating turn. Ooh. Yeah, this thing is still moving. Either that or the CL is still moving. But we don't really need to put more shells on that. This is the one on fire. Yeah, I'm sure that one's going to go down. And the other Slichting class, taking more 6-inch shells. That one's not necessarily going down. So we let them reunite, basically. But that's fine. I'm very okay with that. And another battleship is being hit by bombs, which is wonderful. I mean, even if we disengage right now, think how damaged their ships are. And we get a repair in German ports with the German engineers who are used to... This is actually huge. I didn't really think about this, but we have all the... or at least most of the crew, or not the staff, I should say, to repair these ships. Whereas they may have some, but not certainly as many. And more importantly, I don't know if it's more importantly, people who do ship repairs will tell me if this is how important this is. We have the docks with the equipment we're used to dealing with it. So they're going to have to scrounge up replacement parts from, like, basically they're going to have to kind of convert some stuff. And I wouldn't think that that's ideal. Okay, not a good turn for us, unfortunately. Graf von Eisen's still getting her ears wrung by some of those faraway shots. But at the same time, we did have a Stachel Swine hit. I was waiting for a Stachel Swine to be hit. I don't know why, but I really wanted... anyways, the Stachel Swines to take some hits. These are looking good here. We'll get the Kaiser Penguin. Her front... Yep, front is out of ammunition. We'll pull it back with the Foyer Drakas and the Stoles. I guess, you know what, we'll have you run this way and just finish up and get out. Valkyries are here now, but really all they're doing is just blowing away this poor ship, which is already dead. So we'll get you guys to hold fire for 10 minutes. We'll have you actually move with the Stoles, which is... seems appropriate enough. She's already moving that direction. Okay, Slichting. Did I forget to launch? It's probably been 7 minutes if I did. And it has. Okay, yeah, there definitely is a trickle of forces coming back. Let's just check to see, is that one aircraft? Yeah, it's going to be ready in 1 minute. Yeah, we can wait 1 more minute. We can wait 1 more minute. Ha! Oh, okay, that's the Slichting. I was going to say, even the destroyers are getting in on the act, but not. That's the one that's already sinking. So is that one, so is that one. Alright. I think we'll also have to tell the Stachel Swines. I think we'll have them turn around as well. I'll have them hold fire for 10 minutes. Don't really want them firing at things that we don't need destroyed. Namely because they're already destroyed. Yeah, so actually, like, some of the things I'd like to see is the Stoles actually attack, like even the Stachel Swines, stuff like that. I think the Stachel Swines are too beefy and can absorb too many hits. So it's hard to say what I actually want her to target, but that Slichting's already going down. That Valkyrie's going down. We know that some of the other ships... Which was the one that took the bomb? Did I still have it? Unfortunately, no. I think it was this one. But it could be any of them. we'll let her determine her own target, and then we'll figure out if that's the right target for her or not. Looks like Kaiser Penguin's going to rejoin. I think that's because she's rejoining, yeah. Yeah, Valkyrie's taking some hits. Stoles to Kaiser. Whoops, who do I have selected right now? Kaiser Penguin, but she should be reattaching. Okay, well, she was for a moment, but now, what is she doing? Oh my god. There we go, got her. All right, let's start pulling these guys off the line. Hamburg finally made it. And Valkyrie will keep a little bit longer. We'll get them to deploy smoke. So we're not that far away from the enemy right now. Stoles the Kaiser taking a deck hit, but it's about the best place for us to take hits. It's very well armored. Yeah, these guys, just gonna tell them to ignore that ship altogether. And I keep forgetting our one last big hurrah. This is actually gonna end up being not that small of a group, despite the fact that, well, I guess that is not that big. 8 aircraft total. No, it's 8 and 8. Yeah, 8 here. So 16 aircraft total. That's not a lot still, but it's more than 0 mathematically. Yeah, we'll launch this strike. They're going to return at night. That's fine. We're trying to take advantage of this victory as much as possible. Get as much out of it as we can. These guys are now weapons free. Celestial Swines as well. Oh my god. Why do they do this? We did want to turn this way anyway, but not how I wanted it to go. Alright, we'll pull the Valkyries off as well. Switzlifa somewhere is detaching. I mean, she can still go pretty fine clip. We'll slow her down even a lot more, try to prevent any kind of issues. And now we do this slow retreat. After a very, very successful engagement, I'd say. Stoles, we're going to have her like kind of zigzag because she's, I think, in the best shape. That's a Voyadraka. I think we could actually focus fire on that and kill it. Especially if it does happen to be one of the ones that has taken some damage from aircraft. Okay, you don't see it yet, but Stoles does, right? Yeah. Okay, we want that. I'm pretty sure there's smoke accrued. That's only 10% though. That's not bad. So as soon as you can, Stoles, we want you to engage this new target. Kaiser Penguin, you're in good enough shape. I'm going to risk you on the Voyadraka. So it's just these secondary ships which are taking damage right now. You're targeting that. You're targeting that. Yeah, sighting range is significantly reduced. Okay, you should be able to see this Voyadraka now. Yeah. I know it's further away, but if we want to focus fire, actually, let's try to get as much damage in on this Voyadraka. And it's a weaker, much weaker ship. Much easier to penetrate that armor. So, keep our Valkyries nearby. Okay. Kaiser Penguin, yeah, you can keep launching shells at the other ones. This guy's coming like a bat out of hell. What the hell are you doing? You're probably picking up survivors, but... Okay, there it is. That's what I wanted to see. This Voyadraka could take some hits. Oh, look at that. Front turret down. I still armored this thing pretty well with deck stuff, but I think that because these guns are... I mean, we just have such penetration capabilities. And their armor is so old. Well, it's my own armor, but it's old enough at this point, I think, that we'll be penetrating easily these. We returned fire. Oh, this is the wrong ship. I mean, this is another important hit. And I think 17-inch guns might be penetrating. I actually want to look at this one. So we're at 22,000 yards. At 22,000 yards, we're penetrating Only 4 inches of deck. Nope, we're not penetrating her armor. That is pretty cool. I mean, it's not definitive like that. It's not yes or no. I mean, there's angles and stuff. But 5 inches of deck. Boy, that armor is pretty good. Yeah, Stolz de Kaiser, actually not the worst one to be out in front. Probably this is where we need our destroyers. So you guys, what kind of maximum speed do we got? 24. Well, it's gonna have to do. Wow. I didn't realize we were going right by her until you get these reports. Okay, a bridge destroyed. Okay, Stolz de Kaiser can just show her tail. Get the Stachel Swines to start deploying smoke. And we'll beat a hasty retreat out of here. So the Arena is just a charmed ship. She's taking like no hits. Get her up to 26. We'll make that 25 to, just as a small reprieve. Get the Von Teufelschiff down to 16. She's out of the fight for the rest of the action. And we're very soon going to have reduced visibility. So it is nice to be landing these hits, but at this point it's going to be... Oh, and that is the Feuerdrache as well. At this point it's going to be up to... let's switch your target. Oh, you are still out of range of the other one. Darn. It's going to be up to the aircraft to do any final blows. And we can see why. Nighttime is closing. A full day long of action. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. I cannot imagine fighting a fight for like 12 hours. Yeah, we're actually right at the very end here getting some really good hits on the Feuerdrache. Which makes me want to close the distance. We're going to lose her, though. I think I'm just going to let it go. Yeah. We know where they are, but we're going to choose the better... What is it? Discretion is sometimes the better part of valor. Do you have torpedoes? No. We want the Stachel Swines then on... red alert. We want these guys prepared to launch torpedoes should they actually come at us completely. And this is obviously the really advantageous position to be launching torpedoes at. Right into their face. And we have our aircraft approaching as well. Stolz does also need to be close because she's in pretty good shape. Okay. Wow, it's working. Oh, good. We hit the one that just took a bunch of punishment from our big guns. Oh man, that's really good. See, after these little torpedo actions, you get the feeling that we might actually be able to win some of these engagements at a little bit closer. Where is sinking? Oh, I did not even know that the lost track of this one. I'm pretty sure I thought she was already sinking. Did not. That was again poor management. Can you launch any torpedoes? Oh, you have none left. Okay, that's fair. Ronswai will probably have to put her back off of AI control and just zip her out of here. Okay. I don't know how we hit that. Oh, okay. I do see. And the aircraft are coming in. Get everyone to lay smoke, just to try to get out of here. Okay, Stolz has torpedoes. Oh, the Kaiser Penguin actually reformed. That's not that bad. You're now given the weapons-free command, and you can make your loop in front, so you don't launch torpedoes at friendlies. .66 limits flooding. Slow her down to 8 then. If she's, has flooding, then we don't want her to flood. Oh, good. She stopped at 0. That's good. We'll still send her north. Ooh, what did we get? Not really the one I'm looking for. I think these are destroyers. I mean, sorry. Yeah, I think they're light cruisers. Well, we're putting some punishment down on them, even if that is the case. Turn away. Feuerdrache. I really want to go for this Feuerdrache, so let's try to do that. Guerre is actually shielding us right now, which is always nice. Okay, this is where we're going to launch our remaining torpedoes, should we have any. Out of arc. Huh. Oh, that makes sense. We'll probably need to go a little bit further forward. But now she appears to be making the right run. Yeah, perfect. You never know. Could get lucky. Well, Nieder's taking some hits, but just flood the area with torpedoes and then leave. That's the game plan. This might be out of arc. Yeah. Okay, head north. I mean, we can get some final punishment in on these guys. And that's that. With the Guerre sinking, we won't have eyes over there, unfortunately. Can we launch one last? No. Okay, good. Well, let's get the Stoschel... Where are you? Stoschel Swine over here. Where's the Valkyries? They should be nearby. Or are they moving like so fast that... They're way over here. Oh wow, 17-inch hit on you. Good. Discourage them from pursuit. Yes, 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 yes. Very good. That is a good way to discourage them from pursuit. Put two 17-inch holes in their ship. But I think... Wow, that one's actually doing bad. She's really slow. I'm not going to risk it. I could go back and try to like force the issue, but... Again, we want to just get out of here. If our aircraft can do anything on the way out, that's fine, but that's what we're looking for. Get everyone down to a speed of 20 to normalize everything. And we're good. Okay. Oh, G91 is actually alive. Well, run, my friend. Run quickly. Oh my gosh, my slicktings. And it looks like Rossweisse has actually lost control, or lost contact. Yeah, well, you should run east. That's what I recommend. Yeah, this could be bad. Oh, they're actually firing. This is cool. We're firing without sight, just radar-guided shots. Very cool. And no shells landing, which makes sense to me. Very hard to hit that way. Okay, well, what a fight. And that means what a series. Looks like the game is going to very conveniently end 30 minutes into the episode. That'll give me a little bit of time to wrap up. Hopefully I already played some fun little music in the beginning. And we'll definitely take some time to commemorate all the ships we lost. Kind of take a look at all of the different things that happened. A huge series. I mean, this is so... It's actually daunting. Oh, God. Yeah, there's been these jokes about how ships are losing contact. Well, how do you lose contact when you have radar? Oh my gosh. This is like hilarious to me. It's supposed to be reduced. I think it's reduced in the future. But how do you lose contact when you have radar? Stop going right into the fleet, you effing idiot. I don't understand how any carrier would think to do this. It's like mind-bogglingly stupid, but... Torpedoed by an enemy. So those are my submarines. Okay, so I think the result is... What? Pretty decisive? Were they cheating? Did they have 2 extra carriers? They sneaked 2 carriers in? I mean, it's pretty decisive. So we didn't lose any of our main ships. We didn't lose any of our cruisers. We didn't lose any of our carriers. They lost almost half. So it was 9-9. They lost 4 of their 9. We lost 0. We have 3 that are going to take a while. But if they have 4 that are going to take a while, even after losing 4. I don't understand this. Does that explain where the enemy aircraft were coming from? Sunk. Can I sort by... I can. Yeah, they literally had 2. I want to see where these things are. I guess I'll look for it after this, but that's really weird. Or maybe they weren't in the game. We'll find out. They lost 4 light cruisers. We lost 3 destroyers, and they only lost 2. So they did gain. You know, they were 1 destroyer up on us, but we have the dockyards. We can probably... I mean, first of all, we can make repairs, whereas, as I said, it's going to be a lot harder for them to do that. So this is somehow pivotal in the ultimate victory of the Republic. So, beautiful. Let's look and see if they did in the end have... Kind of interesting to see the ships that even survived versus the ones that did not. Yes, they actually had... They cheated. Okay, these are only reported as Blucher and whatever. I should have looked at the actual names of the lost. My mistake, but that's fine. It's fine. What a battle. What a series. What a game. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and resign. Yeah, that was awesome, though. What a great series. Before we resign, let's kind of take a look at the provinces that we took. I mean, Germany did not start this series with a single occupied territory in the Caribbean. And we end up with the majority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the Panama Canal. Likewise, we secured a nice Central Pacific holding, which should allow us to have good, like, diplomatic footing for negotiating things with the United States. There's obviously there has to be some kind of mutual, agreement, or they have to show some respect for our capability of hitting the West Coast. Whereas, maybe England is the only other nation that has to really do that for them. Obviously, Great Britain and the United States have to, be on the same kind of terms where they know that they can hit each other. But France no longer has that kind of power. On top of that, we're in the same position with Japan. We're the only nation, besides Russia, obviously Russia, but with Russia, we are the only other nation that really can threaten them, especially after the British lost Wei Highway. I think, didn't we take it and then it rebelled? I forget. I think so. You can say the same thing in the Southeast Asia. Oh my god, we just really... I mean, it's 50 years, right? 50 years of gameplay. So it's basically 2 Rule the Waves games back to back, which is pretty impressive. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 territories in Southeast Asia. I think we started with 1. Which one is it? The Northern Marianas? Or is it the Caroline Islands? I forget. One of those. So we gained 6 territories there. It's pretty impressive. Oh my gosh, we just gained territories everywhere. We took Djibouti. We took Eritrea. We had already Mozambique. We just held with Southwest Africa. Angola, I think, started as ours, or was it Cameroon? No, I think Cameroon, and we took Angola. We took Senegal. I don't remember which places in Africa are German or not. So still a very, very, very successful colonial acquisition period for the German Empire, and now the German Republic, which will probably set about liberating a lot of these places, like Haiti. That's right, we had more in the Caribbean until the government decided to kind of spit in Turturpitz's senior's face by releasing the colony he loved so much. But they can be a close ally of the New Republic. I think that was already role-played by Sevi, or I don't remember who it was, so sorry, it wasn't Sevi, it was, I can't remember. Avino, was it? I think it was Avino. Anyways, we also took Norway, and we took the Baltic states. So, man, Germany has a lot, including Iceland, by the way. Germany has yeah, it's just really impressive. It's hard to imagine a world where Germany has this many colonies. It's basically like another Great Britain, another United Kingdom. So, very impressive. Our prestige ends up with 127, which is pretty impressive considering obviously I don't really care about prestige. So, let's look at the sunk ships. The Graf von Gneisenau, the Blucher, the Königs des Meeresbodens, the Stallernes Ungetam. I think that was sunk by a submarine very, very soon after the... No, 3-1. I thought it was. I thought it was sunk. This is weird. Is it upgrading? I think it upgrades ships which are sunk. That might be another bug. And 2 Feuerdrachas, no, 3 Feuerdrachas. A Wappen von Hamburg, that's our old battleships. Can you remember so far back in the series when we actually had these? This series has gone on for a long time. 2 Königseike, which I think... we lost 2 of them, but we ended up retiring. These were ultimately the first aircraft carriers we made. Conversions from heavy cruisers. The Mosels, they served us very well. Slichtings did well as well. The Valkyries, I think we had a lot of bad luck with the Valkyries. We had some submarines sinking them. Mines maybe too. Just remember that the Valkyries, we built them and then they were just sinking, which was a source of frustration. But nonetheless, at the end, we had a very successful run. And I would say one of the best things about this series was how active the role-playing comments were. And I don't want to say that and also have people who didn't roleplay feel bad, because that's just not how it is. I hope you guys also enjoyed the roleplay. And even if you didn't, I hope you enjoyed the series itself then. I mean, you must have if you kept watching without any of the roleplay. But I feel like it's easier for me to get more involved. It's kind of fun. It was a little bit of a different thing. Especially because after you go like 40 episodes or whatever, I mean, you need something more than just gameplay to keep you in it, right? I really felt refreshed by that. So, especially, we have to say, big thanks to John Wisby, who has roleplayed, like, I think almost every episode for the entire series and produced some... I mean, honestly, you could write a book out of the stuff that he has written, and maybe John's even thinking of doing that. And it would be compelling. It would be something worth reading. I would share it with people, especially because I would tell them, this is based on my... this is from my... You'll never know. And then I'd have to reveal that I'm Tortuga Power, and that'd be awkward. So I'll just silently listen and... Oh, did you hear about this book? Oh, I don't know who this Tortuga Power guy is, but... This book by John Wisby is pretty good. And his band's not bad, too. John Wisby's in the band, just in case you didn't know. So let's end the series. Resign. This cannot be undone. It can be, but you have to edit the save game, so. Alright, there it is. They still have not fixed this. Oh, they have. They have done it. They've broken it up into 2 periods. Okay, that's good. Even though it still cuts off. I don't fully understand. So, War and Prestige. Our Prestige was, I guess, more than the game records. Basically, after 20 years. There was a little bit of a period, I remember somewhere, this is probably where it was at 18 or 17, there was a little bit of a risk involved in some of this, but looks like we went to war with the United States first, then a very short one with Great Britain, where they robbed us. We would have our revenge. Then we went to war with Russia. 3 consecutive wars with France, I remember that. It was like, this third one was like, they don't even have any ships left. But we still went, because that's what the politicians or whatever dictated. 4, 5? It was 5. I did not remember that. We went to war with France 5 times in a row. So it shows double French flags here. I believe that that's a bug of some kind. We must have been at war with France, and I think at some point it was Great Britain as well. No. That was eventually true, but that was... It's weird. It shows it correctly for this one. It shows Russia and Italy. And I remember that Russia, I think, Italy was the one who ultimately collapsed, right? I can't remember. No, the United Kingdom, Britain and Italy were at war. I don't know. I'm getting them all confused. I'm not even sure if I can rely on these. Tonkin Major, Helgoland Blight. I don't know if that's actually true. Was that the one with France and the United States? Or is that this one? I can't remember my own series. But, regardless, it was fun. This is the one with France and the UK. That was a lot of fun. The revenge from earlier. We finally settled it. So, let's take a look at fleet tonnage. This is going to be interesting. We are in red. So, boy, we had a huge dip in 1903 to 1904. I don't know why. I wonder how this is calculated. Looks like at some point the men separated themselves from the boys. We had, of course, Great Britain starting off strong, but the United States took a while to get up there. Very slow start for them. You can see Great Britain's tonnage plummet. Yeah, this is funny that our tonnage plummeted before war. It stayed steady through war. The United States didn't lose too much there. That's right, we didn't really have a chance to go to war. We just fought some battles, some invasion battles in the Pacific. Huge drop by the British. Then we went to war with, we can probably just look, purple. Yep, Russia and... blue, maybe? Italy? Well, those are the only two who had a real sudden drop. I don't think it was Japan. Okay, fast forward to this war. France got clobbered. They were already on the down and down. That's interesting. Was it... Oh, Germany. Oh, so we took a hit there. I don't know who else. We really climbed up as soon as this other war began. I think this... I don't know who this was with. Oh, well, it was definitely with France. Yeah, so we see that. Nobody else obvious. So this is against France. Oh, they might not have had any ships to lose at that point. They were pretty much down to 0 ships, and then we still went to war with them. Oh, wait, this is a duplicate. Okay, sorry, I'm just stupid. 1920 starts here. We see that war, so it was 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then... This is weird, these huge dips. I wonder if these are rebuilds? I don't know. And, oh boy. Russia got clobbered in this one. That's right, Italy didn't fight at all. Well, did they? Blue. No, I don't think they did. They may not have fought in any of these wars. Okay, United States in white. Oh my gosh. Oh. The United States during this period went from having the largest fleet tonnage to the smallest, just like that. Anyway, I don't want to bog down this too much, so well, I'll just scroll through this so at least it's visible for people who are interested. Our economy was actually pretty good, probably because tensions were so high the whole time. And then, yeah, there's no way you're going to keep pace with the U.S., but it says we were over the British, which is pretty impressive. Summary of ships lost, always a fun one to look at. We ended up losing 8 battleships. That's not... Is it true? Did we lose 8? I wonder if this is counting the fleet exercises. 2 battleships, 1... I think we only saw like 4. But we lost 4 in that fleet engagement, right? Somebody can go back and just check. Yeah, we did not lose any carriers. So this is actually counting the ones that we sank against ourselves. Which is a little weird. Anyway, the Americans lost 19 battleships and 22 battlecruisers. That's insane. But everyone who fought us lost, right? So we lost the most number of auxiliary ships, so lots of merchant ships sunk. I guess we did put a bit of pressure on France and Great Britain during that war. But anyways, that's going to conclude this series. So I will once again put up the ship list. If you haven't already, feel free to contribute to the ship list, which will be for Japan coming up after I do a collaborative series with XTRG and THG. Now, don't think that that's the only Rule the Waves I'll be playing. I have in mind to do some streams. I'm not sure if I'll continue the previous Japan one or if I'll do some goofy ones like Spain maybe. So I'll try to put the schedule the streams so that the notification appears for you if you're looking for it. Yeah, but just look for the streams. We'll be doing some Rule the Wave stuff. Not immediately. I'm going to take my usual 2-week break while the Historical Gamer starts us off in the collaborative series. But then after that, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be missing Rule the Waves, and I'll be playing patch 1.09 finally, where all the air management stuff has been improved. Hopefully it's a lot better to work with. And maybe I'll have some time to actually start doing the mods or continue to work on the mods I'm interested in. I almost have the simulation one done. The only thing that's missing is just getting carriers to function correctly. Right now they just sit in the back and don't do anything because I haven't scripted that yet. So, and otherwise, I always mention it, or I mention it pretty frequently, but feel free to jump on the Discord. If you're watching this all the way to episode 80 or whatever, you're probably the kind of person who would fit in well with the group that I'm trying to nurture on the Discord server, which is mainly like kind of an intelligent, mature community that can have mature discussions, and I want to hold our server to a pretty high standard. For example, I don't have any rules. I don't have any rules because if you need to be told the rules, then you probably already don't belong on the server. So, yeah, that's it. And I am starting to get emotional. I really do feel nothing but a lot of gratitude, great appreciation for everyone who somehow sticks this out. Let me know if you have any recommendations for other types of games that you'd like to see me on the channel. I take those comments, especially the ones at the very end of a series, I take those very seriously. So let me know what you want to see. And again, put your ship request. If you put your name in now, you're almost guaranteed to get your ship, so that's a good thing. And that's going to actually do it for me. So, thanks for watching this, as well as the entire series up to this. And until the next series, or episode, or stream, thanks for watching. Take care.